Hey, hello everyone. Welcome in the Friday Fuck Show, season 2, episode 11. 11 already. Oh my god. With today a really special dog, Reef Ruff. Hello. How are you doing, Reef?
Hello. I made it. I'm special now. It only took 11 episodes, but I'm here.
uh, how are you feeling right now? How are you doing today? Because you just woke up for this, right? That's what you told me. You're like, oh my god, I'm taking my breakfast.
And I was eating breakfast when you texted me. So I have no water on my desk, no caffeine, but I'm here. I'm here by a miracle. So I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling a little good.
All right. Sorry, there was a little problem with the music, but it's gone now. All right, so we're gonna just talk, chill for around 1 hour. I'm gonna ask you questions. I'm pretty sure the people in the audience right now, they are, they will be really interested into learning a lot of stuff, because those questions, they are great to learn a bit about you, a bit about what you did, where you come from. You don't have to look at them. There is no trick questions. Don't worry. I mean, there is a few.
No, I know. I'm just curious.
There's a few questions that are trick questions, yeah. So we're gonna start with the first question that I asked to everyone that goes in the show. It's a question, so the people in the audience, they kind of learn the lore. Everyone has like a lore, how they joined the fandom, how they discovered the community. And so, how did you discover the fandom, Reef? When and how did you discover the fandom?
So this is a 2-part series. I was on TikTok at 15 years old, and I saw Fursuit. And this was the year that Zootopia came out. And I was like, whoa, what is this? This looks cool. And I like followed all these furry Vine people. It was on Vine. I think it's a TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok didn't exist in 2016.
Wow, this is the coolest thing. Yeah, this is some fossil shit. And I was like, oh my god, I want to do this. So I spent like 6 months following Viners that were like fursuiters. And then I went back to school. It was summer break, and I realized that I was being really weird, and I fully ditched it for 2 years and pretended like I never wanted to be a furry. Yeah. And then I started using the internet again, and it came back, and here I am today. So thank you, Cosmic Wuffy, for showing me your fursuit on Vine. You're the reason this is here right now.
I was going to ask this. I was like, do you remember what fursuiter it was that you saw? It was Cosmic.
Full Cosmic Wuffy. I watched all of his Vines.
Oh my god!
I wanted a suit so bad. Like I was like, no, I need a fursuit now. And then, yep, that's where we are. But yeah, that was like the whole lore behind it. Shout out to Vine. And when I came back the second time, it was actually I was on Twitch and I was a Minecraft streamer, and I found Whiskey Dingo.
The whiskey, okay.
Like in 2020. And I was like, oh my god, furry stream. And then I started following furry artists on Twitter. I already kind of did, but then I like really started getting in the community.
Yeah.
And so I blame Whiskey Dingo for part two. I blame Whiskey for that one. So that's how those two.
But how did you learn about like because you said you saw the fursuits on Vine, but that's not like
yeah.
I would say like the community is more like Vine is where you see the content, but back in the days, even it was like more like Twitter and maybe Discord. I don't really remember Discord was here in 2016, something like that. But how did you join the community? As in like talking to furries, having friends that are also furries. How was it for you? How did you start talking to furry people?
Probably like when I was on Vine, I didn't use Twitter. All I used was Vine. So it was very like stage one. Like I was just a watcher. I didn't communicate. I didn't comment. I just observed.
Yeah.
The second time, half of my friends were already like low key furries. So we all kind of went into it together and made little characters.
All right.
And I didn't really talk to other furries until I started streaming. I just hung out with like my friends, and we would just get art together, and that was it. I didn't watch anybody on YouTube, Twitch. I watched Whiskey and like one other streamer, but I didn't really do much. I just kind of liked
vibe with your friends.
I didn't start talking to people. Yeah, it was just like my friend group, and it was very closed off in our little bubble. And then I started streaming, and I started meeting more and more creators, and then I just snowballed it from there. And yeah, pretty much just through Twitter and mutuals and streaming. Pretty much how I met all the furries, all this little fluffy creatures.
That's a very handsome way to discover the fandom because usually the people that I had in my show, it was not that handsome, right? It was like, how did you discover the fandom? Porn, like 90%.
Okay, I actually have a good story about that. I actually have a pretty good. So when I was because that is part of the reason. When I was
Right.
like,
You were shy. You
when
didn't
I
wanted to say
was
it.
no, I didn't think about it. Like, so when I was like becoming a furry,
Yeah.
I wasn't really like a sexual I wasn't really that sexual in high school. I didn't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I think I was like 18 because 18 is when I started streaming on Twitch and like really like on Twitter and shit. And I'd like never seen porn of like anything like that. And I remember I was scrolling my timeline.
You're lucky.
And there was a daddy rhino character.
Oh my god.
And
Yeah.
I was like, what is this, honey? Like, I just found the gold mine. So that was I went on. I think I did on Twitter that night for like 4 hours because it was like I just opened the fucking floodgates and I didn't know like it existed. So I was like,
Yeah.
and I was like browsing it all, and now I am a whore. So the pipeline. The pipeline happens, guys. That's the pipeline.
So I guess
Become
we
a
got
whore.
the whole lore now. Like discovering the fandom, being innocent, and then, oh my god, we need a clip of this. No, I am a whore.
No,
I, mean,
I
you
was
clipped
like-
me.
No, I'm a whore. You can clip it. I used to be the most normie person ever. Like I was never like into like video games. I was never into like any sort of like art
Yeah.
or like any online culture. All I did was surf, play soccer, and build forts until
Yeah.
like I didn't do anything. Like I literally did not go on. I played Call of Duty and Halo a lot.
But that's
but
already great.
most normie person ever. So yeah, well then I went down the pipeline. So it can
Yeah.
happen to you. Watch out. One day you think you're normal
Yeah.
and you're chilling, and then the next year talking dog
I
on the internet
mean,
who gets
If you're
This is
watching the Friday Fuck Show and it's not the first one you watch, you're already deep inside the pipeline, right? I would not.
That's
You're
true.
gonna be
you
a furry
are.
pretty soon. If you're watching the show right now and you're not a furry,
No, yeah, you're toast.
yeah, you're pretty fucked. All right, thank you for answering. The other kind of lore that we need to talk about is like a big part of the furry fandom is like the persona, of course, because
Okay.
we know it right now. You're like a golden retriever, really cute, really small. But was it always that? Were you always this persona that we know, or did it change with time?
Okay. So it did change actually. So when I first came a furry, I was a Zootopia stan. Shocker. So
Nick Wilde.
I made it was literally Nick Wilde. There was a fox that looked just like Nick Wilde. It had the shock collar from the deleted
Oh
scenes, and that was my
my
differentiating fact. So I had a
Wow.
shock collar on. I was a fox. And I was still in denial I was a furry because I was like, guys, it's Nick Wilde. It's Nick Wilde, guys. Seriously, stop. Like, it's just a
Yeah.
character. But
Nick.
then when I rebranded, I changed to my golden retriever border collie mutt, which is this guy right here.
Yeah.
And it's literally just me as an animal. If I were going to be an animal, I'm blonde. I get really white beach blonde hair from surfing. And I was like, well, if I were to be an animal, people always said you're like a golden retriever. So I was like, well, I'll be a golden retriever and a collie mutt. And then I'll make it the color of my hair.
Are you
So
that
here we are.
small
This is-
also?
this is what
Like
it is.
in real
I'm
life? like-
5'11". Whatever you see in my chat or on Twitter, I am not 4'2". I know that is a lie that is being spread
Yeah.
throughout this community, but
No.
I'm 5'11".
Okay. I'm also 5'11.
Yeah. I would also like to point out that when I joined this world, you were wearing thigh highs.
Yeah, but I have to have a. Also, like I am not. Usually, I have like a whole suit when I'm doing the Friday Fuck Show, but I forgot to add a toggle for the hoodie. So, well, I guess I have a hoodie today.
Oh, he just
Yeah.
casual for me today. Okay, I see. I
Yeah,
see.
yeah. I mean, usually it's like when I'm doing the Friday Fuck Show, I'm a bit stressed, because usually it's like the first time I meet the person I'm gonna interview. I mean, I talk with them a little bit on Discord, Telegram, but it's the first time. But with you, we met already. The ice has been broken and more
Yeah.
than that, so it's okay. It's just chill, right?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's great. I mean, there was a lot of furries that joined the fandom with Zootopia because like that kind of like made people realize that it's, oh my god, anthropomorphic animals. That's cool. That's possible. oh my god, I want to see if there is like some kind of fandom around it. And then the people that discovered the furry fandom, there is still to that day a lot of people they just have Nick Wilde profile picture. It's like you joined the fandom, you're Nick Wilde. There you go. I am Nick Wilde.
That's the way. That's how you do it.
Yeah, but I was a fox before that. So actually, my first one I came before. I was a furry 2 years before Visutopia. So I've always been a fox, but
really,
I'm not a Nick Wilde copy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You just look like him. I see.
Yeah, he's a relative.
You could be his cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is.
cousins.
Yeah. All foxes are cousins. Oh, that's weird. No, I didn't say that. Remove my sentence.
Well, I don't know.
No,
how I feel
remove
about
my
that
sentence.
one, but okay,
Yeah, we cut
foxes,
it.
I'm gonna remember that when I see that art next time.
Oh my god.
Alabama.
Yeah. We like. I mean, no, we don't like it. We don't like it. So, well, do you live in Alabama? Do you live in Alabama? No.
No, I don't. I don't live in Alabama. If you know what I mean by that, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
No, I
But
bounce.
is it true?
I bounce coast.
Okay. I mean, yeah, because you surf, so you need a place to surf.
Yeah, well, that too. Also, honestly, you got to go into the deep south, but it's pretty true. It's pretty freaking true. I've met some people in the deep south who have some pretty unique stories about what you just said. So maybe you should move to Alabama. That sounds like it's kind of your spot.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been to the US yet, so I can't confirm
Really?
nor deny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd actually hate it. You would hate Alabama. You would hate it. Don't. Go
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason why I would go to the US, it's conventions, because there's a lot of friends, that just go to convention in the US that don't go to Europe. So that would be the reason. Actually, oh my God, look at that transition. We're going to talk about conventions now. Isn't that great?
Oh,
Look at that
look
transition.
at you, professional over here. Damn.
$1,000 transition. Okay, Reef. I just talked about convention. We know that in the US, it's kind of like the hub. I mean, that's not really true anymore because in Europe, there is a lot of big convention. There's NFC in 3 days in Europe, which is one of the two biggest conventions in Europe. There's like thousands of people and a lot of people going there. But in the US, I mean, there's like 10 massive conventions. So did you go to a convention already? And if yes, what was your first convention?
I have never been to one because I'm waiting until my full suit is done. So I've
All
never
right.
been to a con. I've only been like a full-fledged furry since I would say April or May of last year. And then I bought a
Damn.
fursuit in June, and it should be done in a month to a month and a half.
So what happened
I
between
basically was
2020 and like this year, April, when you joined back? Like, because you said you joined back in 2020 watching Whiskey and other streamers, but what happened for you in the fandom between like 2020 and like April? Because you said you joined
I was
in
just in
April last year.
denial.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to like admit it, so I was like really private about it. I mean, not really, because my character was a fox, but I would always deny it. But I have an alt Twitter for reasons, and I would engage in some of that content.
So you were
And I
Nick
was
Wilde
like-
until April last year.
Yeah, April last year, and I didn't really like. I never thought I never would like. I thought I'd never advertise myself as a furry. Never thought I'd buy a fursuit. I was like, well, this is as far as I'll go. And
Yeah.
then within a month of changing to this character and fully embracing it, I ordered a fursuit. So
That's great.
it's a.
I mean, if you're living
quick
your best
path,
life,
quick path.
yeah, if you're living your best life, if you're happy with it, that's great.
Yeah,
That's
there's no
amazing.
such thing as being cringe. Everybody's cringe. Everybody is cringe. So be
Yeah.
yourself. Like I was in denial about it. I would. Oh, it's because of who
You
I
need
grew
to
up around.
embrace the
But there's
cringe.
no such thing as being cringy. Once you find out what makes you happy, you should just do it and go full throttle because. That's why I got the suit so fast and everything because I was like, I'm not gonna half-ass this. Like, if I am gonna be a furry, I'm getting the suit, I'm getting the art, I'm getting the
Yeah.
character, I'm
Yeah.
getting some other things I will not mention. So I was like, I'm going all in. So I went all in, and I think that's how it should be.
That's amazing. Hell yeah. That's amazing to hear it like that. So did you had the occasion to, we're going to talk a little bit about fursuits and the occasion to try a fursuit before, or are you going like full blind?
Never put on a fursuit. Never put on a fursuit. in my
Did you
entire
see
life.
a fursuit
I've
already?
never worn
Did you
one.
saw one
Never
already?
seen a fursuit in person either. Never. Actually, so I've
This
seen
guy.
one suit.
Yeah.
No, so it was Halloween night, and for reference, I look like a frat boy. I've been told by many people who I meet for the first time in real life, I look like I would bully them at a party. I would not if you ever meet me. And I drive a lifted truck.
What?
It's pretty modified.
Oh my god!
It's an SUV. It's an
Is it the
off-road
Ram
SUV.
1500?
It's modified. No. It's not a pickup. It's an SUV, but it's four-wheel drive. It's lifted. It has all this shit.
What
and
is
I was
it?
listening to rap music. It's a Forerunner. I'm not gonna say what year because I think it would sound bad, but I very grateful for it. But yeah, so I love it, and I have an aftermarket JBL system in the truck, and I was bumping Pop Smoke rap. So if you know Pop Smoke, you know what it is. And my doors were like kind of vibrating, and it's Halloween night, and I'm driving down the road, and there's a guy in a Fox partial suit with rainbow arm and leg warmers on.
Yeah.
And I imagine this frat boy looking guy pulling up in his modded SUV, bumping rap music.
I would run.
I rolled my window down.
I would run.
And the guy looked at me like just like a deer in headlights. And I was like, dude, I love your fursuit. Like, it's so cute. And he was like, oh, thanks. And I drove away. And I think his life flashed before his eyes. I thought I was about to roast him. I was like, no, dude, I promise that's like not what that was not the plan.
Hey, he thought you were gonna make some TikToks about him, be like, oh, look at this weirdo with his fursuit.
No, dude.
Goofy fox.
And I wanted to, so I'm from an island. Like, I live on an island in the summer.
Yeah.
So like there's literally 2 furries there, and he's one of them. And I wanted to be his friend. So maybe that wasn't the best way to introduce myself to.
Do you know that guy now? Do you know who they are? Do you hang out with them?
No, I have no idea who he is.
Okay.
No idea who he is. No, he's not on. I've never like met him outside of it. So
yeah, I would love to like ask him about the story and see it as part of the story. Like one day I was at Halloween, I was pursuing, and he was like, I saw this big SUV pull up to me, and a guy rolled down the window. He said he liked my purse.
No, because it's like a pretty intimidating lift kit. It's not like up to the house, but like my truck sits pretty high above other people when I pull up to you. So like it was like he was like looking up, like
should have told him like, let's take a picture. It was cute. Yeah, I should have said like, they take a picture. Yeah, you should have told your name.
No, because I was so upset. I wanted a picture, so I did a loop around the block, and he was missing.
Oh
I wanted a picture so bad. I was so freaking pissed. It was Halloween night in a really busy neighborhood, and there was a ar behind me. So
he got scared. He saw you turn around. He was like, "I fear for my life. I will run now."
Fear for my life. But yeah, that was the only fursuit I've ever seen in person. I've never put on a suit, never seen one. I've never been around one. I've never touched one. And my full suit might be the first one I ever see, touch, and put on all in one. I get it here soon.
That's great.
That will,
but that's amazing.
Pretty wild to think
that's
about.
Really cool.
Hopefully it's cool. Hopefully I like it.
You would love it.
Like, fuck,
you would love it.
No,
if you love like a VR chat, basically like being your persona on VR chat, you love it because when you stream, you're like just a goofy dog. We can see it. It's literally the same. Imagine VR is the same as having a fursuit, but like in fursuit you die and like you're super warm.
Oh, I know. My maker has like the ventilation, and I'm ordering that ice vest thing I saw on Twitter by somebody.
Easy cool down. Yeah.
So hopefully, yeah, apparently it should work. I don't know if it doesn't. I wear a wetsuit in the summer when I teach my surf lessons. So my heat tolerance is like insane because it's like at 95 degrees outside, and I'm wearing a 3-2 rubber suit. And I'm like, all right, guys, let's get in the ocean. Come on. I'm like sweating like buckets. So I think I can handle it. I hope so. We'll see. Hopefully I'm not like.
Even in summer, you wear like a wetsuit? Because the water isn't the wetsuit only for like the water when it's cold, right? Or not? Yeah,
well, when you're on the water, you can get hypothermia in 80-degree water after like 12 hours. So like I stand still teaching lessons for like. Yeah, but like I stand still for like 4 hours, like pushing people into waves. So like even if the water's like 70 degrees, like after like 2 hours of standing still, it gets really cold.
All right.
It gets pretty chilly.
All right. Yes, that's amazing. Oh my god. What a story. You could have kept that story for like I did a show last week, it was called Furry Fibers, where it was like you tell stories and either they are lies or not lies, and this would have been a story that you could have told.
That could have been a good one, huh?
Yeah, that would have been a really cool story to say. All right. Do you know when you're gonna get your fursuit? Is there like an ETA already?
So whenever FWA is, I don't know when that is exactly. I'm going to it, but I don't know when it is.
I think it's August
My suit will be.
or May.
Wait, I thought it was like May. I think it's in
Yeah,
May.
I think it's
My
May.
suit should theoretically be done April, but probably in the month of April it should be done.
All right.
If not, start of May, because my maker was like, "I'll have it done for you by FWA." There's a chance I might pick it up at FWA and it will not get shipped to my house. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. We're in it for that one too.
All right. And so it's gonna be your first convention, FWA, with the fursuit, first convention for you.
Yeah, it'll be my first one. I might go to TFF, but it's not really looking like it because I don't have a suit yet. One of my friends offered me to let them wear theirs.
Oh yeah, do that.
I don't know.
Great.
It's not really
like
the most appealing because it's not mine.
Yeah, but it's like the first try, so you know. I mean, or maybe you want to keep yourself like virgin for your own. I mean, no, okay, it sounds bad, but like.
No, I would love to lose my fursuit virginity to my suit. I would.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
if I go
yeah,
to TFF,
yeah.
I'm gonna lose it there. But if I don't.
Oh my God! Do we have a
We'll
crash? Okay, no, you didn't crash.
No, okay, for the people who are watching, if you have an index, you know my struggle. My cord is going bad.
Oh.
So there's static on my screen, and every like 45 minutes, it will black screen for 5 seconds. So if I freeze, that is why. Because it will be back in like 2 seconds. But yeah, my cord's going bad. So fuck. Actually, no. Valve is cool. They RMA everything I ask for, but low key the index kind of bonds because my controller need to be RMA'd all 2 base stations. They sent me a 3rd one because of the problem, and now I got to RMA my cable this week. So thank you, Valve, for doing it. Appreciate it. But yeah, so if I tone out, I'll freeze for like 2 seconds. I'll be back. It hasn't ever fully died. The
Except that when I said your
died
bottom
with you is because no. So actually, the reason it died with you, I found out, is this is embarrassing. My computer cable was literally hanging in the outlet by a thread. Yeah. And my dog tapped it and unplugged my computer. So it's never died because of the cable. It died because my cord just unplugged.
The dog unplugged it. Yeah.
I'm a bottom. I'll admit it. I know you have. He won't tell you. He won't tell you. I mean, I've seen some things, but like, what? I'm strict bottom. I'm a strict one. I'll admit it. I can't even top my own hand. Unfortunate. That's not unfortunate, but that's how it is. How it be sometimes. I'm not gonna hide it.
Nah, but I mean, it's but also like the top bottom thingy. There are a lot of people, they think like when your bottom is not good, it's like top and bottom, but it's not that at all. It's just like, I don't know. Everything is like
people like have said it to hurt my feelings, and I'm like, okay, like.
Yeah.
Bring in the big men. Like, I'm not mad about it. Like, I'm having the time of my life over here.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I got this bad boy on. My fursuit's going to have the custom harness, collar, muzzle, has some other things. So, fuck it. I'm proud. Loud and proud, bitch. Loud and proud. Yeah. No reason to hide it.
That's the vibe. That's definitely the vibe. That's amazing. So, to talk again about conventions, because you said it's going to be your first convention. So, do you know the rule at convention, the 6-to-1 rule? Do you know what that is or not?
I don't. I mean, I know like basic etiquette. Like, I know like I'm not gonna like grab somebody random I don't know. I'm not gonna like have my dick out in the lobby. I don't know if I can say that here. I'm not gonna. But
you can say that. Don't worry.
I'm not like doing anything. Oh, okay, I'm not like gonna. I think it's my view. I'm getting my friends tell me, but. I know you don't tug people's collars or leashes you don't know. I know you don't.
I mean, except like, if it says tug my leash, then you can do it, I guess.
Yeah, but... I mean, I might say that one time, so just be careful, all right? If you tug mine, I can take it pretty... I'm not going to go in detail, but regardless. I know you're not supposed to... I know you're not supposed to, like...
It's not regarding, like,
there's just, like, common etiquette.
Like, 6-to-1, it's like 6 of something, 2 of something, 1 of something minimum.
Oh no, I'm not gonna stink. I'm actually my whole branding is like I'm a surf dog from an island, like come on, tropical.
Yeah.
So I'm actually I'm gonna wash my fursuit. I'm not gonna be stinking, even though I love if you stink, come my way. But regardless, I'm gonna spray my suit with this
Coconut, I guess.
Sunbum, if you know, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Coconut scent.
Of
So
course.
you give me a hug at a con, I will smell like coconuts. I'm not gonna smell like shit. I'm gonna smell like coconuts. No,
Yeah.
no buns. And I'm gonna take a shower, and I'm going to use deodorant. I'm not gonna be stinking. And if I'm very. One thing about me is I am very cautious of my scent. If I smell
Yeah.
bad,
Yeah.
I have
Do you
been at
know
work
it?
one day and I noticed I was bad, and I will DoorDash
Okay.
Old Spice or Native. Like I don't fuck around with that at all.
Okay. So the 61 rule is actually so it's a minimum. It's at a convention minimum 6 hours of sleep, 2 meals a day, and 1 shower. That's the 61 rule.
So the one thing I don't think I'll get is 6 hours of sleep because Reef is a night party animal. So, but that's why they make Red Bulls and yerba mates. If I don't get, listen, you're at this con. This con happens once a year, and you
But
get.
I didn't say
4
sleep at
days.
night. I said 6 hours
That's
of
true.
sleep. Right? Minimum.
I'll be napping during the day. I'll be napping.
Yeah,
That is very
yeah,
true because
that works.
my whole motto is sleep in September, which is basically like when it's summer, when there's fun, when there's parties. Why are you sleeping? When I was going out every night in the summer, you are only young once. Your body can handle it. I'm gonna be up all fucking night. They make caffeine for a reason. In 10 years, I'll be 30. I probably can't do that. In 20 years, I'll be 40. I'm 22.
What do you mean you
My
can't?
ass will stay up until the sun comes up, drink some Red Bull, drink some yerba mate, sleep on the flight home. You only have one life. You're gonna be at this con one time this year. Fuck it. If you can handle it, do it. I'm doing it. Like,
Yeah.
that's my take on it. I also have a lot of energy though. If you can't tell, I'm very naturally. an
I
energetic
can
dog,
tell.
so.
I can tell. But it fits really well the character, which is great. It's really nice talking to you. It's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I always when
Yeah.
I was getting my duct tape dummy made, my friend's roommate was like, "Oh my god, it fits you so much," and I was blushing. I was like, "Stop!" blush."
Because the duct tape is supposed to like, follow your curves a lot. So that's great.
Oh, it's
Alright.
gonna follow my curves. That bitch is gonna be skin tight. I got that. I
Yeah.
got it custom fitted, so I'm pretty stoked. It's gonna have like the outlines. So I'm excited.
Be careful
I'm excited.
though,
I'm
because
excited.
so my first shoot also has like a super tight body. Like I asked Lacey to make a very, very tight fit, and it's very, very tight.
Yeah, yours.
But-
Yours is one of the examples that I was using actually.
Oh really? Oh my god. Okay, I'm
Yeah, I was
blushing
like,
now.
because you're one of the people I follow that has the tight suit. So I was like, okay, I want
Yeah.
mine to look like this. So I showed my
It's a
maker,
pain though,
which is Rumwolf. Sean Rumwolf.
because for example, I work out, but I cannot work out too much, or
Oh, you're right.
I got bigger
Well,
arms, and like I need to be careful because like if they don't fit, they don't fit anymore, right? That's like kind of sucks.
That's true. Honestly,
Yeah. But the fabric kind of like
we'll cross
Okay.
that bridge when I get there.
so the thing it was when I got the suit and I tried the body for the first time, it was really tight. But I knew like I could not do this with my arms. Like basically I was stuck like T-pose. Like I could not do this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was so tight. But then the fabric, like after a while, it just get loose, and then that's when it gets really to your body. Because like my thighs, they were very too tight, and like now it's a bit more okay. It's still very tight fitted, but it's very nice. But already, like if you get a body
Okay.
like that at the beginning, don't like overdo it in the arms and legs because you may be cracking it, but like it will come loose at some point. That's 100%.
We have a problem. I got my suit fitted when I was in peak workout.
Oh.
I was pretty toned, and I wanted to see what being a twink was like, so I stopped working my upper body, and I only did cardio. I need to go back to the gym officially for sure because my suit might be a little loose.
I mean,
shouldn't
try
have
it.
done that.
Loose is better than
I'm
too
stuck
tight.
as a twonk. I'm stuck as a twonk. No, you're right.
Yeah, loose is better
Officially
than
stuck.
too tight. Yeah, that my goal is to become a bit like more, especially on the upper body because I'm very twink. But like the upper body is
Oh,
what
really?
I like. But like it's hard because I know that my first shoot, but I want to, keep using this body for as long as I can, and so it's kind of hard to like, judge
Yeah.
whether I should continue doing it or whether I should stop. But so far it's okay, so no problem with that.
I know a
Alright. I
guy
mean, you
who
will see.
refits fursuits.
Yeah, sure.
If you need to know.
However, okay, that's
I
gonna
don't know how
sound
it
bad,
works,
but
so it doesn't.
like I asked my maker 10 weeks ago for the kind of fur that they use for my body because there's like it's old fabric. I know it, but I don't know the exact one. Because when I was at your friends, I was dancing, like very dense, and like one of the seam in my ass because I have a big ass. It kind of like the seam destroyed. So I wanted to order more fur to kind of repair it, but a maker friend kind of like repaired it without having to order fur, and I am fucked because like my maker didn't answer yet, and they probably never answer me for like what kind of fur they use.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, that's the problem.
Well, I will say, I hope that never happens to me because that's why I added zippers to my fursuit because of these problems right here.
Zippers?
Yeah, I got a zipper. Yeah, that's why the zippers. Yeah.
But they're just zippers on every fursuit, or are you talking about like? Oh, okay. Anyway, yes, I see what you mean. But the zipper can crack as well. I don't know. Like it works like that. Like if you
let's hope not.
If you twerk and you have it will anyway. Okay, you will see. I guess you will. I mean, you will enjoy it. I'm pretty sure you will enjoy it. It's gonna be amazing to see like videos of you in fursuit and probably you streaming in fursuit as well. It's gonna be so good. You're gonna be just a dog.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. It's the highlight of my year right now. So it's gonna be like Christmas morning.
Yeah, film it.
Christmas. I just need.
If you have the occasion, film it. The reaction that you have when you like unbox it and shit, because this is like amazing to rewatch. Oh,
you're right. I will film it.
Yeah. And like also the first time you kind of like it's okay. The first time you put your fursuit and you watch yourself in the mirror, that's like, I think every fursuiter when they do that, they understand why they are fursuiting, right? Because like this is the best feeling ever. Because you're so used to look at yourself in the mirror and have the like your face basically, and when you look at yourself in the mirror and you see something else, it's like it's a feeling.
Oh, I can't wait.
I cannot
freaking wait. So excited.
You will love it, Riff. All right. Yeah. We'll see then how your first convention goes. I hope we have the occasion to talk about it again. Probably not on stream, but it'll be great.
For sure.
It'll be great to talk about it with you.
You'll see it on Twitter for sure.
Yeah. I can't wait. All right. So now we're going to talk about, I don't have transition, so I'm going to do a cheap transition, be like, okay, now we're going to talk about something else. We're going to talk about the content creation part, because that's a big part of you, because you're a streamer. Are you a full-time streamer?
I am, but I have another job because along with being a whore, I'm a money whore. So I like 2 for 2 right there.
Yeah, I understand.
And now I'm full-time with streaming and content, but also I just moved to a new town and it's pretty hard to socialize. So I have a job to, get some extra cash and meet some people. So I'm making friends.
That's great.
And, getting out of the house. So.
All right.
Yeah. Full-time. I'm kind of a busy dog.
So a full-time streamer. And I'm pretty sure people in the audience right now, they want to know, or maybe they know already, you talked about it, but I would love to know what's the lore behind what made you push the live button for the first time? What made you push it for the first time?
This is good. This is a good one. Buckle up. So
I am.
This is actually insane. This is right place, right time. So in 2017, 2018, I left the internet because it was summer. I go surfing and all that shit. I came back. All my friends had basically 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Harvey, I'm not getting any of their names because Harvey's the only one I'm like public about, but a lot of other friends who basically I leave for a summer and they're literally have full-time careers. They're in LA. It's like, and they're like, my old name used to be Husky. They're like, Husky, you have to do this. We'll help you. We'll boost you. Like, you need to get into this. Like, you have a career right in front of your face. And I was incredibly shy. When I hit go live for the first time, I had no viewers and I was shaking like a fucking leaf. I was the biggest pussy about it. It's not being a pussy. It's not being a pussy. I was just nervous.
But you're talking about you, so. I mean, you can say it but if you're shaking, it's not being a pussy.
Weenie.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I was just being a weenie. And so basically all my friends, I was like, well, shit, like I can't, like, like they're living their dreams. Like I might as well give it a try. So I started streaming and I was a nepo baby for streaming. I don't hide it because people always ask me like, oh, like how'd you get your foot in the door? I had the craziest connections. I had people who told me they were going to raid me with 2,000 to 5,000 viewer parties twice a month. So basically, I was given guaranteed. And back in the day on Twitch, I don't know how long you've been
It
streaming
was
for,
big.
but back
Yeah.
when in
2020.
2020 and 2021ish, if you got rated by 4,000 people, you were set. Like if you kept streaming daily, your average, like it was before like the raid thing they changed and all that. I just like for example, I streamed for a month and I built up like a 15 viewer average. My friend rated me 4,000, 3,000. I had an 80 viewer average after that. I got rated
Yeah.
like multiple, like it literally was like the most inflated thing on Twitch. It was crazy. So I basically just got like nepoed into it. And then I streamed Minecraft and, made me go, and I started getting into content, and then I absolutely hated the community and I almost quit. I was actually one night, I almost gave up everything. I was like, I'm done. I'm never going to do content again. And that was the turning point where I looked at myself and I was like, okay, I hate thinking, at least I hate thinking I did something and I never tried for it. So I was like, before I quit, I'm going to rebrand
Yeah.
and be who I want to be and give it 1 month. And if it doesn't go anywhere, at least I can say I tried. And that's why I'm here today. In 1 month, it did pretty decent. And I got nepoed into streaming, but basically all those viewers and all those people are gone because they were like Minecraft kids.
Yeah,
So now
yeah.
I like work for what I have now. I did not work for what I got before. And I'm pretty transparent about that. So whenever you're comparing yourself to others, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I had a fuck ton of people get really mad at me, compare themselves to me when I was a Minecraft streamer because I came out of nowhere and I got pretty much what they wanted within like a week. You never know what's going on. So that's why you never compare yourself to people because everybody's situation is different and nobody really knew that some of my friends were like the biggest names in Minecraft.
Yeah.
So that's why I got so juiced. So
All
don't
right.
ever compare yourself. You don't know what's going on. You just don't know.
So that's like the beginning of streaming, as in like streaming at all.
Yep, that
All
was
right.
I just streamed. I got my friends told me they'd do it for me. I started doing it. I loved it. And I hated it because I wasn't who I was. I was like putting on like a character. Like I wanted to be this furry. I wanted to be like I'd watch Whiskey Dingo and like I wish I remembered the other streamer. I don't know who it was, but I'd watch both of them and envy because I was like, I just
Yeah.
want to have a furry avatar. I just want to be myself. But I knew that if I did that, I would lose my entire following because they're like
Yeah.
Minecraft kids from 2020. So I mean, I was gonna give up regardless. I was like, well, before I give
Yeah,
up, I might
yeah.
as well be myself. So
And the people in the furry community, they, especially in 2020, there was like a lot of people that started streaming because of COVID and stuff like that. So there was like, I remember, I think I started streaming in like November 2020, but like not as in like I wanted to stream. I was just like doing some work at home and I was alone. And I was like, my boyfriend was not here. And I was like, oh shit, I'm pretty bored in the afternoon. I was doing some VR chat reskin stuff, avatars. And I was like, maybe I should stream it. And at the beginning, there was no mic, nothing. And then at some point, I added a mic.
Gosh.
Yeah. And then like that, here I am now. But the community, the furry community, especially like when it's like streamers, when everyone sees that you're having fun doing something that you like, which is like the main thing when you're a streamer. Then they're just supportive and stuff. How was it like when you? I bet when you like kind of rebranded, there was a lot of like Minecraft kids. They were like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is this shit?" And then just banning them, right? But how long
I banned
was
their
it?
bitch asses.
How long was it for your
the one thing
viewer
about
to?
me is I just ban.
Yeah.
It probably took like, I would say, it took me about like a month to a month and a half to really like clear out everybody because at every stream I'd have like 2 people come by and they'd be like, "What the fuck? Are you really a furry?" And like kind of cook me, but kind of like be like, if you were a Minecraft kid, you were already kind of a weirdo. So like, they weren't really like
what
that
is
hateful.
worse, furry or Minecraft kid?
But yeah, so I mean, it was kind of like it took me about a month and a half to clear them all out.
Yeah.
But within that month and a half, I started posting to YouTube and TikTok more, and I had new viewers come from those social medias that would not flood in, but like few would pop by.
Yeah.
And it started garnering more people, and then I started raiding other furries and like trying to become friends with other furries because when I rebranded, I had no friends in the furry. I had one friend group in the furry community who didn't really make content, so I pretty much had to be like, okay, well, I got to start somehow. So I started trying to make friends with other creators and like trying to get and make like just meet new people and become friends, because streaming without friends is pretty fucking boring. So
Yeah, that's true.
or having
Hey,
like mutual.
did you had
friends and such.
some like people from the Minecraft community that when you rebranded, they were like, "Oh my god, I'm a furry as well. That's so cool."
Yeah, I did. I had like 5. I actually turned a few of them into furries. So
That's great.
sorry about that, guys, but I turned a
No.
handful of them into furries.
Not say
So,
sorry. Don't
it's
say
not-
sorry.
there's,
It's
like-
okay. It's the best way.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good way. They still got turned into a. Wait, what the heck? I like glitched in my chair. But yeah, so it could have been worse. But
Yeah.
a few people stayed and turned into furries. I had the occasional person come to my chat and they're like,
What the
"Are you
fuck?
husky? Like, did your Twitch get hacked, or is this like what? Did you sell your Twitch account? Like, who are you?" And I was like, "Nope,
Mm.
I rebranded." And then they're like,
So-
"Oh, well, this isn't really." They're usually really sweet. They're like, "Hey, this isn't my type of content, but thanks for the memories," and I never see them again.
Yeah.
So at least they're polite about it.
All
So,
right.
You know.
Why was your name Husky though? Like, because you were Nick Wild. Why was your name
Oh,
Husky
this
in the
is a good
Minecraft
story.
community?
This is a good story. So,
Hitting all
along
the
with me being a
points.
normie,
Yeah.
I was also a Call of Duty trick shotter.
Oh my
very
God,
heavily
okay.
into that. And I needed a cool name. I always wanted a husky dog, and there was no people who had the name Husky, so I made my Xbox account Huskies or something, Huskers. And
Yeah.
I made it Husky just because it literally, like, I know it sounds like bullshit. It had no furry backing at all. I just liked
really?
the dog, and it was unique and it sounded cool.
That's
and
the
then I
furry,
made
you
it Husky.
know.
Like,
You were predicted to be
Yeah.
a furry. It's kind of like.
so subconsciously was fucked
Yeah,
from the start.
yeah.
But regardless, it has no furry backing. So yeah, it was just because I thought it sounded cool as a
Yeah.
trick shotter. Yeah, that's how I got Husky.
So you had a lot of knowledge and like, I mean, you said you got rated by like 6,000 people, so you already know on Twitch like how to kind of like deal with, I guess, like more viewers than like, I mean, 100 viewers is already like more than 99% of Twitch streamers, but like you had experience with more than that, right? So my
Yeah.
next question is, what would you say to someone that you know, is maybe watching this stream right now, they're in the audience and they're like, "Oh my god, it's so cool what they're doing. I love what Riff is doing. I would love to start streaming." What would you say to someone that wants to start streaming? What would be your, you know?
Oh, I love this question. I would say my biggest thing that I live by is I love quotes, and it's "Fortune favors the bold." If you
Yeah.
be yourself and you have fun and you like it,
Yeah.
you should do it. It's all about just having fun. I honestly I don't know how many viewers I average. I don't look at my stream summary. I don't look at my average. Whatever I see when I end my stream is the rate. I'm like, "Oh, cool, there's that many people here today." It's literally like, if you find something fun or you want to try it, do not live
Mhm.
in the thing of wondering what if. Living in what if
No.
sucks. So go
Exactly,
do it.
yeah.
Have fun. And my biggest advice is look at other streamers, see what they have on their streams. The smallest things add up. So if you see somebody's chat, like where they have their chat at on their screen, you know, I would see how many people have their chat in the right hand corner, and it made sense. It was like the least part that gets shown in video games. Look at their VTubers, look at PNG tubers, and you like just be yourself. Just have fun and do it. There's no reason. Don't look at your
Yeah.
numbers, because if you look at numbers, you will never have fun, because everything you do is always like a roller coaster. You're gonna have some
Yeah,
crazy
true.
highs and some crazy lows. I used to average in the Minecraft. I used to average around 100 to 120, which I think is pretty decent.
Yeah, it's
and
amazing.
Towards the end of it, I averaged 20 viewers to 18, and I just cared about the numbers, so I didn't even have fun on my streams anymore. And then when I rebranded, I was like, I'm never caring about numbers again, because it's a waste
Yeah.
of time. So go do it, but don't care about numbers, and have fun. And don't try to copy anybody, because the people who are most themselves with the most unique
Yeah.
things will be the people who persevere. So
Yeah.
and fortune favors the bold. So that's my tea. I think you should do it.
Amazing take. That's true about the numbers, especially like when you begin streaming, it's kind of hard when you're like in the between like 1 and 5 viewers. But there's something that I always say in the Friday Fuck Show is that if you have 5 viewers, you already have more viewers than 90% of the streamers on Twitch. So hey,
Yeah.
you know, take it easy on you. 5 people already. Imagine a room with 5 people listening to your ass talking. That's already amazing. Like
Exactly.
that's what I imagine. Like if even when there is 20, 100, 200, I'm like, dude, imagine like I have 20 people in front of me. Like that's already massive. Because that's something you tend to forget when you're online. It's like it's just a number somewhere that updates time to time, and you're like, oh yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. No, it does, because it's real people watching. Twitch is really good in like kind of like not counting the bots, or like just if it's a screen open. Well, we know the bullshit like lurkers, blah blah blah. So you actually have people watching your stream. It's real people. So I mean, if you have fun doing something, they're gonna have fun watching you. Then for the stats, I would say not watching them when you're streaming is okay. But when you try something new, like that you're not sure if you're like, for example, if you're making shows and stuff like that, I mean that's after, of course, after you have an audience and stuff like that. The viewers, they can be a metric in how, you know, like are people liking the show? Are they not liking the show? You know, it's already a metric that can help, but do not focus your content on like wanting that metric to go up, because then you end up like just like when there's a new game, you stream that new game and you become like an NPC, Twitch streamer NPC. There is a new game releasing, you're playing it and you're not having fun, but like it's what you need to do to have viewers. And just have fun, like Rich said.
Oh, also, one thing I'd like to add is if you are streaming, whether you have 5. Oh, we're back. Oh, we're back. There's my 30-minute index crash. So if you have 5, 20, 30, or 45, whatever you have, they're all real people. They're all real people. So they all have emotions and feelings. And, you know, there's a reason they're there. They feel something. They're happy to be there. Also, my fucking whatever. Anywho, Twitch I shouldn't say this actually, but I work with social media marketing, algorithm. Okay, well, I want to jump off a cliff, actually, because it's not. Let me fix my cable. I think I'm sitting on it. Anywho, I work with a lot of social media stuff, and a lot of social media is an algorithm and marketing and all that jazz. Twitch is literally the worst platform to organically grow on. So it's fully random. I would say it's mainly luck, consistency, and having other platforms like Twitter, YouTube, or TikTok that will bring in viewers. So if you're only streaming on Twitch, don't get upset, because it's literally like
shit discoverability.
It's the worst naturally growing platform you could do. Like it's the worst discoverability. There's on YouTube, like once you look into it, you can gauge what thumbnails do well, what audience, what keywords click, what titles click. Twitch is random. It's fully random. So that's why I don't really pay attention to it, because it doesn't reflect how. I've been to streams that had the coolest shit ever. Yeah. And there's no discoverability. So I would
they usually get discovered
yourself, but
it's like, for example,
like you'll get. That's what I mean.
On Twitter, like there was a kid, he had like 2 viewers, and then every time he was killing someone in like Call of Duty, there was like fireworks behind him. It's not because of Twitch that he got discovered on Twitch. It was literally because people on Reddit, on Twitter, on YouTube, like that's exactly making your point.
Yeah, post everywhere. Yeah. Post everywhere. That's like my biggest tip. If you are going to be streaming, post to TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and consistency
Instagram
is key.
Yeah.
Instagram, any social medias you want. If you put all your eggs in your Twitch basket, it's like throwing your eggs in a trash can and then throwing some gas in it and then lighting it on fire, because it's the biggest waste of time. Unless I mean, there's like been a lot of like, I've heard a lot of weird stories through Twitch, and a lot of back in the day, there were some weird things that happened with people. If you knew a Twitch staff, you kind of got special things, but they stopped doing that when it switched to owners. But like I knew mutuals who got partner because they were friends with the Twitch staff, and like they had
back in the day
stuff, and so it was a little
How
weird.
many times
so
did you apply for
like,
partner?
Let that bring you down. What?
How many times did you apply for partner before being accepted?
Oh, I got fucked. So that was my Minecraft era, and Twitch doesn't like it when you get raided by a lot of people. Often. So I got denied 3 times, and they were honestly like, I love you, Twitch, but the guy was really fucking rude about it. Every time I applied, it was a real person reviews gives you the final email, at least when I was applying. And the first time he was like really sweet, and he's like, hey, like, wait 2 weeks. We just noticed you get raided by very large parties, and we just don't know if you can organically hold that. So I waited 2 weeks. I told my friends who raided me, thousands of people, I was like, don't raid me, because I need to prove to Twitch. And I got raided by a couple like 1,000 parties from random people. And I applied again, and he said some smart ass shit. Like, you can only get partner if you need to have your own viewers, not your friends. And I was like, fuck you, bitch. So the third time around, and this was bullshit because when I went live, when I applied,
Yeah.
this is when I was a stat freak. Like, I looked at my viewers, I looked at everything. I wanted a partner so bad. I had 80 to 90 people hit my notification every single day for a month, and they still declined my ass, saying that I need to prove to them in a very smart ass way that they're my viewers. So whoever wrote that email, fuck you, because look at me now, bitch. Because now I'm not even a fucking Minecraft streamer, and I had that shit organically. So I still think about that to this day. I think he hated furries. I think I got stuck with a motherfucker who thought I was a weirdo and did not fuck with me because that was baloney. But it was pretty beat. But yeah, 3 times. Third time's a charm. When I got it, I screamed so loud. I had my window open that I think the whole state heard me because I literally shit my pants because I was so glad to be done with it. I was like, yes.
Yes.
So,
yeah. I got denied 5 times.
5! I was about to ask you, how many times did you get denied? Probably none, because furries, I feel like now they're pretty cool about furries. But why'd you get denied? Yeah. What was their excuse? Like, what'd they say?
So the 2 first time it was like, you need to stream for 2 more weeks without any answer. Like, just like, oh yeah, we noticed you can keep the partner numbers, but we would like to see how you keep them with 2 more weeks. So 2 first time, 2 more weeks.
That's so weird.
3rd time, we noticed that you're paying for viewers. All right. Pretty rude, but all right. You know, I was like, either you're paying for viewer boost or someone is paying for viewer boost. You need to tell your chat to stop doing that, blah, blah, blah. It was during the Twitch era where there was a weird guy that we know who it was. He was raiding with follower raids, like bot raids. So every stream I got like 500, 1,000 followers just like instantly.
Oh my God.
That was like 3rd time. 4th time, it was like, again, the bullshit with like, stream for 2 more weeks. You're doing good progress, blah, blah, blah. And 5th time, I got it. There you go.
When did you apply? Was it during like 2020, 2021?
No. It's been only 1 year I'm partner. So in 2022, November 2022, I got partner.
Okay, but I know in in COVID, they were really strict about it because there was a lot of Twitch streamers.
That was 2022.
Because before then, people were getting partnered really easily. But maybe 2022, you're on like the cusp of it, because I know now, like, at least most of my friends and mutuals get partner their first time. They're a lot more lenient with it because Twitch is failing and there's not like a million people streaming. Because during the COVID era, everyone was streaming, everyone was getting partner. Because one of my friends had like connections with people up in Twitch, and they were basically told my friend, they were like, we can't give partner to everybody because it's not going to look exclusive. So we're being really strict about it. Yeah. And then when COVID lifted and Twitch fell off, they were like, okay, everybody, we're giving you partner now because we need you to stay here and bring us money. So now they're pretty chill about it. But now being partner is crazy. Like,
being partner is like, what do you get really realistically when we partner now? Back in the day, it was like the 70-30, right? And you got as well 70-30 when you got partner, right? Back in the days.
No, I didn't get 70-30. They wouldn't give it to me.
Oh, shit. Mean.
They have been strict about that for a while, and they did the Partner Plus thing, but I don't think you really get shit for partner. Honestly, I see it as like a reward for like working so hard. Yeah. And I also see it as like, I really only cared about my numbers because I wanted to reach that goal. Yeah. And this is Minecraft Reef, by the way. This is not current Reef. I don't give a flying fuck, but back then that's the reason I did it. And I think getting partner just unlocks the feeling of just not caring anymore. Like, you don't have to ever. I don't know what it's like to grind for it now, but if you're grinding for it, it fucking sucks and it kind of ruins your streaming experience.
It was, yeah.
So I view it as it unlocked. It's like you beat the level and now you get to free play. Like, I don't ever care what I used to care what game I played. I used to care how many people were in my stream. Now I'm like, oh, this game is fun. I'm doing this. I don't care because I'm not like, oh, please, I got to get that badge, which I think is a horrible way to look at it. But I was a toxic motherfucker back then. I was very like number person orientated. So horrible. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's true. Like, usually you burn out pretty easily. I was about to burn out when I was doing the partner. I was streaming every day for 4 hours.
5 times, dude?
Yeah.
Dude, 5 times is like, I would be, on my 3rd time, I was like shaking when I got the email. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, no, I was not like that. I was more like, okay, I'll just apply again. I've never been stressed about it. I was just like, But that would be cool to have
I
it,
was
you
so
know, like
stressed.
to not worry about the stats and stuff. And back in the days, there were still like some hints of like maybe getting 70-30. So I was like, that could be great because I'm full-time streamer. So like literally Twitch pays my
Yeah,
rent.
they should just let everybody who streams with partner
Yeah.
get 70/30. In my opinion, if you're
Yeah.
owned by Amazon, you can afford it, but whatever. My deal.
Yeah, you know,
kinda
Amazon is a small indie company after all. You know, like there was 2 people working at Amazon. They don't make enough money.
That's
bro.
so crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Well, I meant like Twitch being like it was an indie company, like the guy Jack who made it. I was meaning Twitch, like that's crazy. But Amazon, I don't give a fuck about. They can afford that shit. But
No, but it was
Twitch
like an
back in the day
irony.
used to be a very like community thing.
But when I said Amazon is a small indie company, it was like irony because of course it's not. It's like so funny that they're kind of like
yeah, Amazon.
pulling it down so much.
I thought you were talking about old Twitch.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no,
oh, yeah,
no,
old Twitch was a
no.
really cute indie company.
No, it was not. It never has been that. I mean, at the beginning, where like 2006, yes. But then they got bought by Amazon. It was like that
2007,
massive
2006,
thingy.
it was like,
And now they are literally milking and
Yeah.
then using all the streamers to display ads. You know, like it's like ads. You have to do ads, blah, blah, blah.
well, yeah, the ad shit sucks. I get the worst ad cut for my streams because I don't want to play 8 minutes of ads every hour. So they like
Yeah.
as hell.
Same, but it's annoying that you cannot deactivate them. All right. Well, that's great to talk about this kind of stuff. 'Cause, like, when realistically do you really talk about this kind of stuff? Like, never. And that's why I love the Firefox
That is
show.
true.
Because we talk about it, we're chill, we can talk about everything, and also it's helping the people, the audience that is maybe like want to get into streaming to understand a bit more like all the background,
Yeah.
the background of it. But there is more a good part. Like, for example, when you're a streamer in the furry community, you meet so many amazing people. It's great. Like, I met Max, I met Reeve, I met a lot of friends that I still have to that day. You know, like, it's actually a great platform to make friends, not a great platform to, like, make a career, but a good platform to make friends and like there's an amazing community around it. And if you're a furry and you want to join a community, you can join a Discord of a streamer and then meet friends that way. You know, that's like a good way to do it. And yeah, so now we're gonna go and watch your most viewed clip, Reef. You don't know what it is because you've seen only a little bit of it, but we're gonna go watch it and then we're gonna talk about it a little bit.
I don't even know what it's about to be.
So you can watch on the TV here, but it's gonna be behind us, and then we talk about it. No, you can watch here.
All right.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, it's gonna be
Dude, grabbing the camera with the index controllers is
This
so
is my
weird.
most
You have to like
viewed one?
hold the
Yeah.
sides of it like this. So when you want to pick up something, you have to like literally. Oh my gosh! It's clicking. To grab something, you literally grab it. Oh my gosh! I was like, wow, this is like the weirdest idea for a controller. Why do I not hit a button? Because it's realistic.
It's a pretty tame clip. I thought it was gonna be
Yeah.
way worse. I have some horrible clips of me saying some things.
I digged
Not
into
really
it.
bad, just very sexual. So I'm very glad that.
No, but I
those
looked
ones.
like deep into it, and the most viewed one is this one where you're like realizing how to use your Valve. So
Wow.
that was like around 5 months ago, if I remember exactly. So what was it your first time in VR? Or what was the lore of that clip?
No, actually, I had my. I think this just proves I'm a dog. I had my index for 2 weeks, and every time I picked up an object, I would literally think, "This makes no sense," and I would grab it, and I'd be like, "This is so stupid," and I grab it, and I'd be like, "Why is it not a button?" And then in the moment in stream, I said it out loud to myself, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's actually how it's like." It makes. I literally wondered
Yeah,
for 2.
it's
I
natural.
bitched out to one of my friends for 2 weeks, and it's just because it's like makes sense. So that was I'm just a dog. My excuse is I'm just a dog. That's what I am. I'm just a dog. So
Yeah, just being a dog.
dogs are just kind of dumb.
It's so funny that this is the most viewed clip because just at the beginning of the stream, we were setting up everything here, and you were like, "Oh my god, I hate full body. It's so annoying." And like you literally have been having
Okay.
full body
Wow.
for 1 week 1 week
I
full
don't
body.
hate full body. I don't hate
That's
full
what
body.
you
I don't hate
said.
full body. Okay.
That's what you said.
I don't hate it. I love it. I'm very grateful for whoever gave me full body. I'm looking at these. You can see my policy. Look, you can see these guys. I'm very
Yeah.
grateful for full body. My only complaint about full body is if you have an index of Vive trackers, I think it is whack as hell that I got them gifted to me. Very grateful. $600 for the whole setup, and I have to have
Yeah.
them all plugged into my computer.
At
And
once.
they're
Yeah.
not Bluetooth.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's insane to me.
Yeah.
For $600, I expect those bitches to do a one-time install some Bluetooth software, and I can turn them on, and it's like a freaking Wii controller. But that's just my tea about it. I think if they make 4.0 trackers and they don't have that in them,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
They
be
probably have a hub.
because like it makes no sense.
I think a hub would be nice. Like
Yeah.
only one USB port, right? You put it in a hub. But yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I do need to buy like a hub and like charger hub form and such, but
So
I'm pretty new at it.
my thing to the full body tracking is that I have a USB-C on my motherboard. This USB-C, I have a USB-C to 3 USB 2. Then I plug 3 USB-C cables to it. And those USB-C cable, I link them together with like some nice fabric. So it's like they are linked. And so at the end, there is 3 USB-C output. And this is what I use when I don't use the VR. I charge them with the 3 cables. And when I want to go in VR, I unplug them and I plug the little dongle thingy on them. That's how I do it.
See, that's what I need to do. Mine is pretty messed up at the moment, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I've been like,
But
yeah. I
you
need
got the
to.
version 3, right? So be happy because the version 2, the dongles, they needed to be positioned exactly 90 degrees in a vision of your trackers without obstruction. And those here, we can just put them on the
gosh.
desk and be like, okay, I don't care. So be happy that it's like
Well,
that
very
and not the
grateful
other way. Yeah. Because it was a pain back in the days. Also with like the base stations, like the base station V1, it was traumatic.
I think my audio kicked the bucket.
Can you hear me?
I think it kicked the bucket. I think my cord just fully broke on your stream. I think I have to go buy one.
Oh my god. Oh! Does it
Can
working?
you hear me?
Is it working?
Oh, we're back.
Okay.
We're back. She was on live support. She's on live support.
Okay.
We're back. Woo!
I have a few more questions.
I wouldn't.
Actually, there's only 3 questions remaining.
It wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be a reef.
Yeah.
If something didn't fuck up, because I always have technical difficulties. Welcome to being a dog. Apparently, I don't know.
That's like
but
being a streamer.
We'll make it through. Go.
POV, you're just streaming.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
true.
Yeah. All right. So, we talked about a lot of stuff. It was really great to talk a lot of stuff with you. We kind of like surfed around. Oh, I'm using surf, and you're a surf dog. Look at me.
Oh, look at you! Look at you!
I want to kiss myself. Anyway, we surfed a lot of questions. Like the convention part could have been a bit longer, but I guess I have one more question to ask about the old streaming stuff, kind of streaming. You know, being a content creator, being a public figure, kind of thingy. Because I think in those fandom days, this question is even, you know, bit crusty, you know, because it's kind of related to some events. I mean, before it was like a bit unrelated and like just a question that I used to ask, but right now, I mean, we're not going to talk about the events that happened because that's pretty sad for the fandom. But so what are in your opinion, Reeve, so the drawbacks kind of, or like the bad stuff that you lived being a content creator in the furry fandom? Like, I know you have a lot of bad experiences in the Minecraft community, but we're gonna leave it to like being a furry because I guess that's the most recent thing, so you can remember stuff. But like, what is like a challenge, a drawback, something bad that can happen when you're like a public figure, a content creator? What would you say, Reef? It's a really hard question, so you can take your time.
I know that is like a deep one. Also, you can ask me if you had any more questions. I don't want you to have to rush to finish it up. My headset's good. I can hang. So if you had other questions, I don't want you to feel like you have to rush them. But I would say the only thing is I get criticism for it. I've heard people talk shit behind my back about it. I'm pretty sexually open on my stream. I have it tagged properly. I just know one day I'm probably gonna get attacked for it and be like, Reef is blah 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 blah. So I think one of the drawbacks is kind of like how a lot of the furry fandom is like kind of thinks whatever they believe is the right answer. I mean,
Yeah.
it just like it gives the vibe like they think it should be one way, they should be this way. I've heard people talk shit about me behind my back, like other creators, which I don't give a fuck. I don't talk to them, but
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, Reef is so over sexual. He uses his PNG tuber at the harm." I have the Kiro commission of like my PNG pulling my collar, and I use this my PNG tuber because I like it. And like, I have an 18 plus
That's really
chat, so I
cool.
talk about sex, and like
Yeah.
I make jokes, and people, oh, thank you. But yeah, so I think that's probably like the drawbacks. I know there's a handful of people who don't fuck with me because, and that's fine. You don't have to, but that's cool. But I don't like when people make it seem like it has to be their way or the highway. You don't have
Yeah.
to watch.
Give it time. It didn't
I'm
crash,
back.
guys.
You
There
don't
you
have to watch. You don't have to watch my streams. You don't have to watch any of my shit. It's all tagged properly. But
Yeah.
I think the whole discourse about it. I'm an adult. I'm gonna do adult things.
Yeah.
I think that's the drawback of being a furry creator is like there's really no right and wrong in what you do
Yeah.
unless you're like family friendly to the fucking max. But that's not me, so I don't really care. But
Yeah.
that's probably the only challenge I've had. Is I'm pretty self-aware. I know there's certain people in the community who really do not fuck with it, and I know that. I don't know.
There's a lot of
Rude.
people that assume by default that like a lot of streamers they are like family friendly or stuff like that. This is why like on Twitter at the beginning I didn't care too much and I was like retweeting, you know, like sometimes you see art and it's a bit not safe for work and you like it and you're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna like and retweet, right? Because oh my god, the artist is great. And when you start getting like a following, something like that, and it's relative to the events that happened a few like weeks ago, which was like that big witch hunt in the fandom, and even before that,
Right,
with
was
like
nuts.
yeah, before that with like a fellow streamer that literally made his way of thinking that it should be the way everyone should stream, like bullshit, but okay. And this is why like it's even more scary the more following you get, even though like honestly you should not care because like the people if they choose to like see your content it's like because they like what you're doing, but there is always going to be some people that they assume like, oh, you're on Twitch, you're a content creator, so you need to be family friendly because there could be some people watching that are not you know 18
It's
or
like the
whatever.
worst thing I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
yeah. But like
Yeah.
the stuff is labeled and it's the internet, right? I remember I was under 18 and like I had an unrestricted access to internet and like that didn't stop me to go places I should not have
Yeah.
gone, you know? Like sadly it is what it is.
The problem is definitely not furry content creators.
Yeah.
Who make adult jokes. That's definitely not the problem, but I think that's the only issue today is that whole debacle. I kind of went a deep dive into Twitter because I like hearing both sides of the story.
Yeah.
I like to hear why people don't like it. So like I got linked a tweet. I think I was being subtweeted about like how I am like using sex cells to become a popufer or whatever.
Oh my god, I hate this world.
I shouldn't have it
Oh
like that.
my god.
But like they were a pretty
hate
small
this.
Twitter account, so I like dove into it and I was like, well, I want to see other people's opinions. And what I gathered is it's kind of people who just get uncomfortable by it, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
But they think because they're uncomfortable, nobody should be allowed to do it.
Yeah.
And they were like, I don't want to watch a stream where blah 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 is wearing a harness. Don't fucking watch it, bitch.
Yeah.
Because the harness ain't coming off. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like don't.
This is
and it's just like I respect it, but I don't respect pushing your beliefs onto others and making them conform to your bubble. I think that's fucked. So that's my opinion on that.
It's the same with like when you have a random that goes to your chat and it's like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? It's like you choose to click on this. You choose to watch it. Why are you complaining? Like, just don't watch it. Why are you complaining? You're taking time to click on a stream that you hate. And it could be like that on Twitter as well. You know, like you see something, a content creator or like, I mean, content creator is like this like old popular content creator, whatever. I hate those words, but well, people are using it. So I guess it's easiest to understand, right? People that create content, when they post something and people, they don't like it, it's like, okay, you don't like it, but why do you have to voice that you don't like it? You know? It's like, you could just choose to ignore
constructive criticism.
It's
But
good,
it's like
yeah.
voicing an opinion like I don't like chocolate milk, so you stop drinking that chocolate milk
yeah,
right now.
exactly,
And I think
yeah.
that's why. That's the way I view it. It's kind of like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that chocolate milk, so
Yeah.
stop drinking it. You might like it. You're being responsible with the chocolate milk, but don't do it because I don't like it. And that's
Yeah.
the vibe I get from it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think it comes with the responsibility. Like, you know, you got to tag your stuff properly and do the right things. And, like,
Yeah.
you know, but I mean, if you're being responsible and they're still giving you shit for it, I think it's lame. I think it's pretty freaking lame. So.
And if you do that correctly, if you label yourself correctly, if you tag your stream correctly, there is no reason why you should be held responsible for posting.
And also, like, I want to add, because I think this is crazy, because the furry community is the only community that I ever see it happen. I watch, like, some normie streamers or, like, normie YouTube videos who are averaging 50 to 80K viewers, and they are saying the most vile sexual shit that I wouldn't even say on my stream, which is some pretty fucking boundaries. Like,
not even as a joke.
And, like, it's just nobody's like, no, it's like a joke. Everybody's like, ah, like, it's a joke. Like, welcome. Like, I always tell people, I'm like, did you ever, like, watch YouTube growing up? Did you ever, like, watch a movie or, like, a TV show off of Disney Channel? Like I just, like, so weird to me. Like, it's like, dude, like, the furry community is like, I mean, I get I don't know, it's a really big discourse that has a lot of different elements, but
I do think people
talk about it
a little bit.
Like, it's the internet, you know, like, people, like, if you go watch any other streamer, they're gonna be saying some pretty crazy shit. Like, I like watching Jinxie. I've heard Jinxie go into detail about some shit, and he has, like, 80K viewers, and, you know, like, everybody's like, oh, haha, it's a joke. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, this crazy, like, I don't know, but I don't really pay attention to Twitter. I just post my shit and I get off.
Yeah,
I have an alt account, and I have my For You page built for what I want to see, and that's what I look at, and I don't check the main, really, because I think it's just
the main is like
it's kind of rough.
It's like the thing that I go with is like basically never post opinions on Twitter. That's like the basic.
Yeah, I don't bother with that.
But when you have an opinion on something, whether it's good, whether it's bad, just don't post it. Don't take the risk. So that's why there is like other accounts. There is private accounts, or even like just talking with your friends on Telegram. You know, literally.
Yeah.
The best way to do it. All right. Yeah, that was a pretty deep question, but I have to say though, like, we talk about the bad, but because like I feel like it's not talked. It's a bit like taboo in the content creators. Like, we don't talk about it often, and so I feel like talking about it with someone, and at the same time, you guys are here and you listen to it. It's great, and it's like making new, you know, like a way of thinking. You saw the side of like the streamers actually, so it's kind of great. But it's a hard question, and also most of the time, it is great. Like, we talked about the bad side, but most of the time, there is only super sweet people in the chat being like super respectful, motivating. Some of you guys are crazy motivating. Sometimes I read some message in the chat and it's like, oh my god, this is why I'm doing this, right? It's like, yeah, this and this, you made my day better, and like, oh my god, I want to cry, and I literally cry sometimes. So yeah, I'm pretty anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of good. We're just talking about the one bad thing at the moment.
Yeah, I want to
there's
talk
always going
about
to be
it.
Bad. You can never have good.
Yeah.
You can have good, but it'll never be fully 100% all flowers and roses, or all flowers, fields. It's going to be a little rough patches.
Yeah. All right.
It comes with it.
So I think we hovered. Don't worry about the question. Like, honestly, if there is something we didn't say, it's okay. But I will end this show with the two last questions.
I was just curious.
Yeah, but like, this is just a base. But like, basically, it's like this thing. It feels like ChatGPT wrote it, but it's not. It's not ChatGPT that wrote it. I literally wrote that as like in my mind.
No, it's really well made.
Like,
I was just curious. I was just looking at the ones we did hit.
Yeah.
But what were the last two questions?
Of course, no, they're not on here. They're not on here. They are.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually I go a bit more in depth with conventions, and we talked a bit about it, but you didn't get to a convention, so it's okay.
I missed that mark, yo.
Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, I can't wait. Honestly, like, you're gonna have a great time. Just something to add. Maybe you don't know it, but at conventions, Reef, the plan is no plan. Don't plan stuff. Don't have a schedule. Don't plan anything.
I've heard that. Yeah, you don't plan anything.
The plan is no plan. When you want to eat with someone, just say, hey, I want to eat with you tonight. at the time you eat, and that there we go. You just do that. You don't plan like, oh yeah, this day I will go eat with that person. This day I will go eat to that person. This day I'm gonna do this. Like, just vibe.
So yeah, I don't
you
have
know?
like any. I have my room plans, and that's the only plan I have.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's great. So the first question. So this is a bit more deep questions, and they are a bit like to open at the end of the Friday Fuck Show. That's what I like doing. And we just talk about bad stuff. So we're gonna talk about good stuff now. So you tell me if it's like 2023 or 2024 for you. But what is your best memory fandom related? I mean, if there is stuff that happened in 2024, you can say 2024. And if you don't have events yet, 2023. But what is the best memory fandom related so far that you have? Either in 2023 or 2024. All right.
I have a couple. So one was buying my fursuit. When I sent the payment over, it felt like I just achieved like it's reality. Two was getting into V-Fur. I shit my pants.
Congratulations.
Really cool. Thank you. And then my third one was probably like it wasn't a single event. It wasn't a one-time thing. It was when I like sit back and I realize how many friends I've made in the furry community, and it feels like genuine. In Minecraft, everybody was kind of your friend because of your numbers, or like everybody expected to get follows or raids out of each other. But sometimes I'll reflect on like my Telegram and like what Discords I've been invited to, and I'm just like, wow, like I actually have like
it's genuine.
A friend group of real people who make content, and some of them don't make content, but like these people are like my friends now. And that's probably like those are my three like top like. It's sometimes I just sit back and like, wow, I have like real friends in the furry community who like also make content or are artists or are just like cool people. And now I can like be like, wow, like I actually this feels so much refreshing. So that's probably one of mine. Those are my three, I would say. Those are probably my three favorite memories. Is realizing those things.
Then the last question would be the same, but not fandom related, just like in general. The best memory.
Oh God. So
yeah.
The best memory?
Maybe it's like surfing a big wave for you because you do surfing.
I mean, I don't. Oh my God, I don't know. I would probably say like my best memory. This is gonna be really corny and kind of deep, but I grew up in the South, and I was like with like the popular kids in high school, and you wasn't cool to be gay. And not that I'm flexing I was popular. I really wasn't. I could just surf well, but I was really like in denial to be gay. So I think probably my best memory is when I fully allowed myself to be who I want to be. And like I used to hate being gay for like 10 years. I knew I secretly was, but I hated it. And I would say the moment I cuddled with my boyfriend, which was the first man I ever cuddled with in my entire life. And I realized I was like, it's okay to be this way, and I'm happy.
It's okay to be gay.
Who I am. Was in that moment. So that's probably like my best memory is that I remember the night vividly. I remember laying there. I'm the little spoon, so I was being all held tight, and I was like, it's okay to be this way because there's nothing wrong with it. Even though I was raised, my family's very, very LGBT friendly, but everybody around me wasn't. So realizing it was okay and to love and accept myself and no longer hate this big part of myself. And that's kind of what came of furry content creation is I got to, that's another reason I'm so like open about everything is because it makes me, I want to show people that like if I can put myself in front of an audience of how many viewers watch my YouTube videos, how many people watch my streams, my clips, I can be vulnerable and be myself. And if I can do it in front of that amount of people, not that it's a lot of people, but if I can do it in front of people like that, then you can do it too. And there's no reason to be shameful because I just try and set an example of like, I'm like a little horn dog. I put on the harnesses and the collar and I'm like make sex jokes all the time, but I want to like show that you shouldn't be embarrassed and you should love who you are and don't be ashamed because
100%.
You should just, I don't know. It's kind of corny, but that's probably my favorite memory is coming to realization. And I try and do it for other people too.
It's the best kind of memory. And it's not, I mean, it's not corny at all. It's just handsome and it's great to hear about it. Well, I had a lot of fun doing this Friday Fuck Show with you, Riff. Thank you so much again for accepting to do the Friday Fuck Show with me.
Thank you for having me. Sorry my cable's fucked. Sorry about that. But at least we made it. We made it to the end. Only a few black screens. But we did it. We did it. That's all